What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's coming on with me today. She is a lifestyle host and media personality that is based out of the state of Texas. Her name is Chelsie Burroughs. And we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into media, getting into journalism, but we're also going to ask her some get to know you questions. So without any further ado, I welcome the talented and the beautiful Chelsie Burroughs to the podcast. Welcome, Chelsie.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm so blessed that you said yes to be able to be on here. Definitely, a thank you couldn't be enough. That's for sure. Thank you so much for coming on here to the podcast. And my first question to you, Chelsie, is the same as it always is with everybody that hops on here, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations growing up in the state of Texas? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into the media industry?
Okay, well, my why is actually a very funny story. So,
Mm,
just to give you some context and background information, I was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas.
mm.
I went to a little elementary school out in Crowley, Texas called J.E. Hargrave.
Oh,
And back when I was in first grade, our school, we had a little day or program or whatnot called Bring Your Parents to School Day. Now, I don't remember this classmate's name, but one of my classmates, their dad was a news anchor and reporter for a major news station out here in Dallas, Texas called WFAA.
right,
And, he came and he brought his little camera crew and whatnot, and he talked about his day-to-day basis as a news anchor and journalist and what
right.
he did, his why. And I was always, from that day forward, I was always kind of infatuated with the career of journalism. I've always been an excellent writer throughout my time in school and high school and things of that nature. And so when it was time for me to go off to school to Dallas Baptist University,
Hmm.
of course I chose broadcast communication and things of that nature. But to get to the root of it, my why mainly is for people like you, people like me. It's to get to know people. I have a heart for people, storytelling, basically getting to know the why and things of that nature. So that's what I do, to talk to people and to get to know them.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally a great answer to the first question of this great conversation that we're going to have tonight, Chelsea. No question about that. Uh, I exactly agree. It's why I wanted to become a journalist, get to know people, talk to them. Obviously, sports is my genre, so I'm a huge infatuated with sports. But it's just the unknown, right? Waking up every day, you never know what you're going to do, what story you're going to do, who you're going to talk to that may impact your life. You just never know.
Yeah.
So, and I love that. I love that unknown factor in this industry.
I agree. And I also feel like we as journalists, we also play a major role in society because we get to be the voice for the voiceless. And that's
Absolutely.
also another factor that kind of drove me into being a journalist. You get to know these people and you get to be their voice.
Absolutely. Lovely. Well
Yeah.
said. Now, you brought it up and mentioned it. You went to Dallas Baptist University. Now, anybody that started thinking about Dallas, Texas, that probably ain't one of the first choices of universities that you want to go to. However, you went there, and I would love to know. And you also got your master's at North Texas University, the Mean Green, that I know up
Yes.
there. Talk to me about attending those two schools. Were those schools always on your radar, or were there some other schools that could have persuaded you from going there?
Absolutely. So, growing up in Florida, Texas, TCU or Texas Christian University, that is their main school. Everybody is go Horn Frogs. So,
Hmm.
from the time that I was in elementary school all the way to when I, graduated from high school, and by the way, I was homeschooled. I
Oh,
really thought that I really thought that I was going to go to TCU, but when I went to Dallas Baptist University, first of all, when I saw that campus, I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to go to TCU. I'm actually going to go to DBU. And when I went there. I got to know like the professors there. I got to know the president. I heard his story. I've never met such great Christian people in my life. I have never had a professor pray that I passed their exam. So
Mm,
something about DBU, I can really tell that they are for real with God. Not saying that TCU or SMU are not, but at DBU, from my experience, I could really tell that they are. I mean, their walk with Christ is for real, and so that was one of the main reasons why I was, intrigued with DBU. Not only because it's a Christian campus and I come from a Christian background, but it's
absolutely.
because of the fruit that they bear, and so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to DBU. And then by the time when I graduated, I was going to do my master's degree program at DBU, but the only factor about DBU is that they don't exactly have journalism. So when I graduated from DBU, I got my degree in mass communication, which is great. But for me, somebody that's driven like me, I wanted that journalism. So I got greedy. And so I went to get my master's degree at UNT, and they offered it, and I got right in.
Mm. Well said, well put on that for sure. Like I said, you mentioned a couple other schools, TCU,
Yes.
SMU, you got Baylor, you got Texas Tech, you got University of Texas, you got, if I'm not mistaken, Houston, Rice.
Yep.
You got a lot of schools there in Texas. There's no question about it. But you chose DBU because it fit you at the time being, and I'm so happy to hear about that. I have family down there in Texas that's in Houston actually. So
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all got a lot of tolls down there. I don't know what the hell
Oh
is going
yeah.
on with all the tolls, but y'all got a lot of tolls down there. And one of my when I was driving, took a picture of my car and I got hit with a toll fine. So it's
Yeah.
just it is what it is down there. Y'all do got a lot of tolls. Plus, I want to ask this: Whataburger, is Whataburger overrated?
No, Whataburger is, first of all, Whata is the place to go. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay,
I
okay.
love Whataburger. I haven't been in a while though, because there's just so many food places out here. But
Right.
absolutely love Whataburger. Definitely one of my favorite Texas chains. But yeah, that's one of the many Texas chains that I actually enjoy. Yeah, like I said, I haven't had in a while, but it's really really good. Like I just feel like when I lived in Shreveport, and no offense to Louisiana folks, but when I went there, their Whataburger is different from the one in Texas.
Oh, there's
Something
no
about Texas,
question.
yeah, something about Texas Whataburger is just phenomenal. But
Um, I know. I feel that. I feel that, Chelsea, because I went to college in Atlanta, Georgia, and graduated there. And they built a Whataburger there, and the Whataburger was, eh. But when I went to Texas, I was like, okay, this is slapping right here. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. I like that. So
it's
yeah,
different.
but I do have to ask all Texans that Whataburger question because some people do say it's overrated.
No. Whoever is saying that, they are just haters and they're not real Texans, okay? They probably were born in, I don't know, Iowa, and they came over to Texas and now they're trying to claim that they are Texans.
Wow.
Nope. Whataburger is the burger place, period.
Okay.
Period.
Listen, from your lips to my ears, this is what it is. So I love that. I love that. I'm gonna ask you some favorite questions. You give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay. So here we go. Let's rock out. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Um, it's very basic, but I do like to cook me a good old salmon and rice. I can eat
Mm.
salmon 365 days of the year because I don't know, salmons, their bodies are just very tasty and I really like it. So good old salmon and rice will
Okay.
do it for me every time.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, I'm a huge taco person, so I do like
Okay.
tacos. I can whip that up pretty good. I mean, obviously, next time I come out there to Houston, I may have to swing by there and get some salmon. Oh my gosh, I love me some salmon. That's what's up. I love
Yes,
that. Okay.
absolutely.
Um, favorite concert you've ever attended?
I don't think I have one.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
let
don't
me
think I
ask
have
you this. Is there a concert that you would like to go to that you haven't been, or a performer that you would like to see live that you haven't seen yet?
one. Oh, that's a hard question because there's so many artists that I like, but I'm not sure if I would want to see them live in person because I mean, the music be so loud. Like I feel like my heart is gonna beat out of my chest. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
Would it be like maybe let's what about Rihanna? Would you want to see Rihanna live?
I I don't know. I'm trying to think. Okay, I would see Snow Allegra live.
You said who?
Snow Allegra. You know her music.
Mm-mm. Who that?
I'll send you her album. It's really good. But
Okay, please
I
do.
would I would see her live for sure.
Okay, so I'm a huge weekend person. That's my guy.
Okay.
So I love the weekend. Love a good R&B type of vibe and feel. But also love. I got a chance to see Lil Wayne last month in August. So yeah, that was a nice little vibe. So I definitely turned up there when I saw Lil Wayne for sure.
Yeah.
Up here in Buffalo. So that's what's up. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Puerto Rico. The
Mm,
people are there beautiful. The place there is beautiful. Period. The food there is great.
okay.
I'm thinking about going back to that place for sure. But I definitely really enjoyed Puerto Rico.
I'm gonna have to call you up and get some recs. That's on the bucket list. I've never been to Puerto Rico before, so I'm definitely going to get some recommendations on where to go, stuff like that. I would say my favorite place is Jamaica, no question.
Okay.
Had a chance to go there last year on a cruise with my family, so I love Jamaica. I love swimming with the stingrays, all that. That was pretty cool. That was pretty all right. So I love that.
Yeah.
Now, Chelsea, I'm a sports person, so I'm going to ask you a sports question. It's a two-parter.
Lord.
So, favorite sport you like to watch on TV, favorite sport you like to attend in person. They can be the same sport.
Definitely competitive cheerleading all the way down because I was a competitive cheerleader back in the day.
Oh,
So, and that is considered a sport. So,
okay. Listen, you ain't going to get no disagreement from me. That's for sure. That is for sure. No question about that. I remember being in high school, quick story, and I was on a basketball team. And coach gave us a day off. Like he's like, yeah, man, just take the day off and do what you do. Like we were playing in tournaments and back to back games. We were playing a lot of games, so we got the day off, and we said, okay, let's go to cheerleading practice. They don't really do nothing. They're not really doing anything. I mean, what's so tough about cheerleading? I go up in
everything.
there and I'm like, I'm good. Y'all tripping. I'm not doing this no more. Y'all doing all these stunts, all these runs, all these bends. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that. Like, put a ball in my hand. I'd rather get hit by somebody than do
Yeah.
cheerleading practice. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was coming up, I don't think it was exactly declared a sport
It wasn't.
until like 2014. I think that's when they actually declared it a sport. But yeah, even back then, I just always disagreed because it's just very hard. Like you have tumbling,
Right.
gymnastics, you're throwing yourself up in the air, you're doing toe touches, you're throwing up other people in the air too. So it's just a lot, and that is definitely a sport.
Okay. And I respect you, girl. I respect you and all those competitive cheerleaders out there. Y'all do y'all thing. It is not easy to do. And y'all doing y'all thing. So I definitely respect it. Last of the favorites. Favorite place you like to go out and eat at?
Um, this is gonna sound very Texan of me, but it would have to be Papados or Papacitos.
Wow, Papa Doe. You talking about the seafood place? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
and that's just like lunch or whatnot. Yeah, I like those places a lot, so it would definitely have to be those two.
Yeah, Papa Do's got the jumbo shrimp. I had the Papa Do's in Atlanta, Georgia when I was down there. And I really am not a huge seafood person. Not even gonna cap with you on that. But at the same time, that jumbo shrimp was just I had the shrimp and steak. Oh man, that was so good. That was so good. So
Yeah.
yeah.
My
I
favorite thing there is the Texas redfish. Absolutely love it. I like of course I like any type of seafood, especially shrimp, but that Texas redfish gets me every time. It's
Yeah,
so
my
good.
uncle, he loves the Texas redfish. He definitely loves that Texas redfish. So every time we went there, he would get that for sure. So yeah, I'll feel you on that. That's what's up. I want to ask you about your day-to-day operations. As you know, Chelsea, being in media, no 2 days are never the same, right? They're always different. We're always doing different things, talking to different people, different stories is coming up.
Yeah.
I want to know, what is your day-to-day process? Like, how many interviews are you conducting a day? What times of the day do you work? Do you work a normal schedule? If not, what schedule do you work? Like, what is your day-to-day process getting ready to be a lifestyle host? What is the job of a lifestyle host?
Well, basically, it's, and I don't want to say it's just like chopping it down to interviewing people, but it's actually like really knowing your guests, studying people, what they do, like we discussed earlier, knowing the why and things of that nature. But I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm such a bland square. Like I just wake up, get ready. Um, I research these people, of course, but that's like weeks in advance, right? So I already know who they are before they even get there
Right,
in a week in advance. So I just get there, prepare, do my hair, makeup, read over the questions, the intro, the questions, the outro. But most of the part is really just like being engaged with the guests and things of that nature.
right,
How many people I interview, I guess it depends on the day. Um, Sometimes it could be three, sometimes it could be four, sometimes it could be, I don't know, six or seven.
Oh wow,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Now, are you working regular business hours, or are you working like maybe night side being 2 to 11, or you working day side? Like, what is your schedule like?
Like, kind of like the day side, like the regular
Okay,
9 to 5. Yeah.
okay. Now, ultimately, um, let me ask you this: Is do you like being an anchor or a reporter better?
Um, I would say it's both. Do I have to like necessarily choose?
Well, I mean, you definitely. Which one would be 51%? Which one would be 49%?
It's so hard.
Hmm.
It's hard. Okay, I would say 51. That's really hard. You kind of got me tripped up on that question. I'm gonna say majority anchor and then less majority reporter.
Mm,
I equally like both. Um, I don't know. That's like so hard because I don't know. I feel like being a reporter, it's so fun because you do get to go. I'm sorry, my lighting is kind of dim in here, but it's getting dark outside. But a reporter, you get to go out there, and for me, at one point I was an MMJ, so I was my own photographer, my own editor, the whole shebang. I report, I do my own articles. I pretty much did all of it, and I don't know. I just really see the beauty in being an MMJ for a variety of reasons, and
right.
I feel like I get to tell the story in such a creative way. But I also really like being an anchor um, just because I like to talk to people a little bit more. Reporting, you have to, get your story and you're on to the next assignment. Anchor, I kind of feel like you get to talk to that person a little bit more.
Right.
So I don't know. I guess I would lean a little bit more towards the anchor than reporter. I don't know. I like both of them.
Which you should. It's a difficult question, no question about it. I put you on the spot, and that's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. But
Yeah.
I like the fact that you said anchor 51 and reporter 49. But that doesn't mean that you like. It doesn't mean that you don't like both of them. It's just if they came to you and said, "Hey, if you had to choose one of these to do for the rest of your career, which one would you do?" It just shows the anchor, and I love that. I love that you would want to do that. Now,
Yeah.
we talked about your day to day, but I would love to talk about mental health and work life balance. Now, Chelsea, as you
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
mental health is uber important, and people have talked about it um, a lot recently, more so than what they ever did in the past, right? Because all kind of journalists bow out of this industry
Absolutely.
because of mental health problems and breakdowns, but also work life balance. We work long hours. We don't get vacations a whole lot because news and sports is every day of the year, right? And it's just tough. It's tough to do and get days off and take vacations. I want you to tell me, being a lifestyle host and doing what you do, um, how do you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that work life balance? Because you seem like a wonderful lady to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind being around you, and I'm sure your friends and family feel the same way. But you also seem very passionate about what you do. So talk to me about that balance.
Recently, this is so funny because I was just talking to a friend of mine about like mental health and the things that we go through at these news stations. It could be very toxic. It can be very mentally draining. It actually can have lasting effects on your mental health. Like, think about it. Like, we report about death,
Right?
family tragedies, everything in between. And while, yes,
Yes.
it is very sad for that family, it's also very sad for us too. And so I am a very big advocate of therapy and things of that nature. So I definitely advocate go talking to somebody, especially in newsrooms, because, like we said, some of the stuff that we cover is very, very graphic. I remember just a few years ago, I did a story about this woman, and it was just so eerie. The story was very crazy to me. Like, she lost her child's father to gun violence,
Wow.
and then like literally 20 years later, she also lost her son to gun violence as well, on the same day, around the same location. And it's just like, stories like that used to really get to me. But I say, like, always, go talking to a mental health specialist, a therapist, and things of that nature. And recently, especially for me, it's prayer, things of that nature. So yeah, that's my take on it. I'm kind of glad that we as a society, we are talking more about mental health,
Me
because
too.
especially for like our community, black and brown communities, for so long we kind of just,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's it is what it is. Oh well. But
Right?
it's like, no, that's really, it does something to you. So I'm kind of glad that everybody's now talking about mental health.
As we should. We should as a
Yeah.
whole, and like you said, especially in our type of community, right? We don't, to be honest with you, I don't see a lot of faces like ours on TV. It is wonderful to see our faces on TV to be able to be great representations of that. I would love to know of your opinion when there's little high school girls or little girls that possibly come up to you and they say, Chelsea, they see you on TV, or they say, I want to be like you, or I want to, do something that you do. I want to do what you do. What kind of feeling does that evoke inside of you? What kind of advice do you share with those girls that come up to you and talk to you?
Of course, I always feel happy. I always feel proud. I always, funny enough, you brought that up because I was just looking at some DM a little girl sent me. Well, she wasn't little; she was in high school. But I always feel very happy, and it's so funny because people that really know me, they think it is so funny that I'm a journalist today, because growing up I was kind of like the shy kid. So
Really?
it just, yeah, it just always
Wow.
makes me feel very happy that I do have people, that come up to me and ask me, oh, how, they're interested in my career, and, they look up to me and things of that nature. So it always, of course, makes me feel very proud. But anybody, I always tell them advice, some good advice would be to, especially if you're trying to get in journalism,
Yep.
is to, of course, do your work, do lots of internships while you're in college, undergraduate, graduate, whatever it is, get what you can. And of course, it's always to just continue to press on. What we do is not easy. You hear a lot of no's than yes. So it's my biggest advice is to just keep going and don't give up, because it's very hard out here, especially for journalists.
Oh, no question. No question about that. I love that advice, by the way. I really do. And
Yeah.
I love the fact that there are people reaching out to you as they should be able to talk to you because being a journalist and being a lifestyle host and interviewing different people, it's not an easy thing to do, right? You're trying to set up interviews that's in advance. You're trying to get the questions right. You trying to not bomb. You trying to be able to be on TV and have an interaction. Because I'm sure there's been times where you've had interviews that like this is not going well. And
Yeah.
I don't know how to get the ship right on this one, and I have too. I mean, we all have. That's what we do as journalists. So, I love the fact that you said that, Chelsea. I really do. Um, I want to ask you. This next question is called bucket list, and the reason why it's called bucket list is because I want you to give me a top four. Um, and I got two top four questions, but the first top four question is a top four of stories or events that you would like to do in your career that you are haven't done yet.
Um, One, I would love to interview Oprah Winfrey. I just know
Oh,
she has all types of.
oh, okay.
I know she has all types of stories. I just want to pick her brain. I think she's super smart. Um, Another person, the name just slipped my mind, but the face. Oh my God, so embarrassing. Another person, I'm trying to think of his name. Um, so it's Oprah. One of them was Barbara Walters.
Wow.
But of course,
Okay. Okay. Barbara Walters.
yeah, we all know what happened with that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What is that person's name? I can't think, and I don't want to describe them because I don't want to come off as disrespectful.
Okay.
I don't want to come off as disrespectful. Yeah, the right. So it's Oprah Winfrey, Barbara Walters. I just can't think of that person's name, and I don't want to describe them. Um, yeah, right. But those are the main two right now that I can think of. And the third person, I don't want to describe what they look like because I don't want to come across as mean.
Would you want to do? Would there ever be a time where you want to do a red carpet event?
Yeah, I've done red carpet events before.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, of course, I want to definitely want to do more red carpet events
Okay.
um,
Okay.
and things of that nature.
What about a sports story? My field. Would you want to do something like that?
Sports,
Yeah, maybe
sports
like
kind of
the
scares me.
Olympics or something like that.
The Olympics, I would definitely do. Yeah, I would definitely do the Olympics. But if
Mm.
it's covering the Cowboys, no.
Oh hell no, no, that's a hell no to the Cowboys. Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. They stink.
You
It
don't
is
like the
what it is.
Cowboys?
No, I do not. I do not. No.
That's funny.
I'm a Chargers fan. I grew up in San Diego, California. So LT,
Okay.
which he went to TCU,
Yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson is my favorite player.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
So
It's
yeah,
like getting super dark in here. So sorry, excuse the lighting. I can turn on
it's
the light if
okay.
you want me to. Okay,
It's
it's fine.
okay. No, no, it's fine. No, you're absolutely fine. I want to ask this next top four one because you have interviewed some pretty dope people. I want to know what is a top four list of people that you would say that you have interviewed so far in your career? Like, give me a top four people that you have interviewed so far.
Oh, I've interviewed so many people, celebrities included. Number one would be Bishop T.D. Jakes. Number
Yeah.
two would definitely be Mr. 50 Cent, um, Little Romeo, Master P,
Wow.
Katie Albert. Do you want me to name more or?
Well, you can name. Give me a few more. Give me a few more.
Well, you already named Desi Banks. He was also another one. I mean, God, there's so many. Yeah, that's all I can think about at the top of my head right now. But yeah, those were some of my favorite ones. So for real, I got the chance to meet them. Super
Wow.
cool,
So
super
for
talented.
real, I love that.
Yeah, yeah, very
Okay.
cool, down to earth people. Yeah, like I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't met a mean or like a disrespectful celebrity. Most of the time, it's been really pleasant. I really, really enjoyed my interview with Manetta Shaw, Michelle P. Williamson. Absolutely love her. I mean, there's just so many people that I've interviewed, and I just really enjoyed every single one of them.
I love that. I do. Now, is this something that that you've always wanted to do growing up, like be in front of the TV, interviewing people, talk about the different lifestyles, talk about that, or did you kind of fall into it, or was there always something else that you wanted to do, and you just crossed over and started doing this?
Oh no, I knew that I wanted to be a journalist since I was a little girl, obviously. I don't know, I just always felt like this is me, and so I just went after it.
I love that. I love that. Now we've came to the portion of the podcast now, Chelsea, that we're going to play my interactive game, which is called This or That. So basically, what that
Okay.
is I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. It's a game I play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, I'm with you on that. You like the cinnamon buns, don't you?
Um, to be honest, I like Texas Roadhouse for the most ridiculous reason, and if I told you, you would probably laugh at me, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Hmm.
I really like their salads. They have
Say
really good
what?
salad.
Oh my gosh, the salad. Oh geez, we are off to a damn good start on this or that. I'll tell you that right now. Not the
Okay.
steak, not the meat, but the salads at the Texas
Yes,
Roadhouse. Okay,
absolutely.
I'm with you
Most
on that.
steakhouses have really, really good salads. I don't know what it is about their steak. I mean, the steakhouse, but I like their salad. So
Okay,
Texas Roadhouse for
I'm rocking with you, girl. When it comes to chicken
sure.
wings, what flavor would you rather put on the wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue. I'm a Texan, so barbecue's gonna win every time.
I
Period.
love that. I love it. Me too. Now, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet, especially barbecue.
Do you
I
like
mean, to
your
be honest, what's
go?
that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say I've never had any dried winged barbecue. That doesn't even. I don't think that exists in Texas. I'm sorry.
Good thing it don't, cause I damn sure don't want it. That's for sure. I don't want it. That's for sure. Now, do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get messy with it.
Absolutely. I mean, I just feel like bone out or boneless. It's just not real. I'm sorry. It just don't taste real. I need the bone in. It's not real chicken, in my opinion.
I feel that. Now listen, well, we definitely can eat some wings. That's for sure. That's for sure. I'm with you on that, girl. Okay, we off to a good start. Now these next five have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So here we go. Okay.
Okay.
So, which music concert would you rather go see, Rihanna or Beyonce?
Rihanna.
Okay, I like that. Which music concert would you rather go see, Chris Brown or Usher?
Chris Brown.
Oh, you going Team Breezy, huh? Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. I ain't mad at that.
CB. Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. His 11/11 tour. I don't know if you saw it live, but his 11/11 tour is really good.
Yeah, I heard about it. Chris Brown is super talented, doesn't disappoint. So, yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, third one. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Brandy or Monica?
Brandy.
Okay, you very decisive on these, girl. No hesitation. I like that.
Absolutely.
Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see SZA or her?
Her.
Ooh, that's a hot take right there. Okay, most people would pick SZA.
You would see SZA over her?
Uh, I, to be honest with you, that's close. It's close. It's close.
I like both of them, but I really, really like her.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that answer. I'm just saying most people on the podcast have said SZA. That
Interesting.
yeah, seriously, no doubt. Now, last of the music. Which music concert would you rather go see? Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
I'm gonna have to go with. I like both of them. Okay, I'm gonna go with Barty because I like her personality just a little bit better. So Cardi B.
Okay. I figured that was going to be a tough one for you. I figured that was. And I was right. That was a tough one, but you did good with the music. Now back to the sports. Which
Oh
sport
goodness.
would you rather watch on TV? Basketball or football?
Basketball.
Okay, you already won my heart, Chelsea, because basketball is my number one sport. I love that. Which sport
Yes.
would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Wait, what were the options again?
Badminton or bowling?
I don't know either. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with that sport.
Oh, well, which one? Badminton?
Yeah, what is that?
So that's when you hit the birdie over the net. There's a birdie that you hit in the air, and you have a net that you play, and you hit the birdie over the net.
Okay, okay, I think I've seen it.
Yeah. Now bowling. I'm sure you know what
Oh,
bowling is.
bowling, that's what you said.
Yes,
Okay.
bowling.
Yeah, I'm bowling for sure.
Can you bowl?
Yeah.
Are you good?
I would okay, on a scale to 1 to 10, I would say I'm about an 8.
That's cap. I'm calling cap right now. That's cap.
You don't believe me?
Hell no. You said you took too long to answer that question. Talking about an 8.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
come on. I would say I'm about an 8.
Okay, is that with the bumpers or without the bumpers?
Does it matter?
Uh, doesn't matter. Chelsea,
Yeah, does it really matter?
we grown. What you
I don't
mean?
know.
We grown. What you mean? This is not we
Okay,
bowling.
with and without.
We can't do we bowling in public. You can't do we bowling in public.
Why not?
That you got to be on your own separate lane. You might as well just get the slide out. Get the slide out and roll the ball down the slide, and then let the ball just bounce off the.
that, that sounds crazy. Okay, fine, without.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave it there because I think you know what it is. Okay. Do you like desserts?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Chelsea, I'm gonna name 4 categories of desserts. You're
Okay.
gonna choose one of these to get rid of that you'll never eat again. Okay, so here we go. The first one is grouped together. So it's going to be cake/pies. The second
Okay.
one is going to be ice cream. The third
Okay.
one is going to be candy. The last
Okay.
one is going to be cookies. Which one are you getting rid of?
The pies can go.
Okay, okay. I'm with you on that. Now, what is your favorite ice cream?
Um, I mean, I don't discriminate when it comes to ice cream. I like vanilla. I like chocolate. I like anything with caramel in it.
Mm.
I don't discriminate. So
Okay.
I really, really like lemon ice cream. Most people would probably think it's disgusting, but you got to get the one from Baskin Robbins. Super good. I highly recommend.
Chelsea, I'm writing that down. I've never heard
Okay.
nobody say lemon ice cream before, but I'm definitely gonna write that down for sure. And you'll be the first person I call to let you know how that tasted for sure, no
You got
question.
it.
Do you
I
like
got you.
potato chips?
Yeah, they cool.
Okay, so same format. I'm gonna name 4 different brands. You have to choose
Okay.
one of these brands to get rid of that you won't eat again. So here we go. The first brand is Doritos.
Okay.
The next brand is Lay's. The
Okay.
third brand is Ruffles. The
Okay.
last brand is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
I mean, to be honest, the only one that I really care for are Doritos, so everything else can go, to be honest. Because Ruffles are too
Okay.
dry.
If
Pringles are too
if
dry.
if I said Chelsea, what is your favorite chip? And you don't have to name those 4. You don't have to name the 4 that I mentioned, but what is your favorite chip to eat?
Anything hot and spicy like hot Cheetos.
Okay. I'm with you on that. Okay, so you redeemed yourself. It's okay. You redeemed yourself. Hot Cheetos is good. You redeemed yourself from the bowling. And I think you were very good on this or that. I appreciate you participating in my game. I really do. Um,
Of course.
I want to be able to ask you about advice. What
Okay.
is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
I would say it's so simple and it's, kind of hard to grasp unless you go through it. But I just feel like the best advice that I received was that God knows best and God gets the final say.
God knows best and God gives the final say. I don't think anybody in the 350 plus episodes I've done this podcast has said something like that. That's pretty amazing. That is pretty
Yeah,
amazing. It really is.
it's
Eh,
it's so
who
simple, but
gave you
it's
that
really good.
advice? Who gave you that?
My mom.
Okay, well that's why it's amazing. Shout out to Chelsea's
Yeah.
mom. No question about that. No question. That's why it is. Oh, I like that. How
Yeah.
special is it, Chelsea, that you're working in your hometown state? A lot of people don't get a chance to
Very special.
work in their hometown state because many times in journalism you got to move far away and you got to work
Hmm.
back up to your markets. Like you mentioned before, you was in Shreveport, Louisiana at one point,
Yeah.
and now you're back there in your hometown state working. How special is it for you to be working there, for people to recognize you from your time of growing up there in your state, and people to recognize you from being raised there in Texas?
Yeah. It's very special. I'm a Texan. I'm a true Texan at heart. I don't care what people say. There's no place like home. There's no place like Texas. I know everything about North Texas, so I feel like, yeah, I worked hard, of course, but of course I do feel like I should be able to work at my home state and in my area because this is where I'm from. This is where I grew up. I know the people here.
Right.
I know everything about the culture. So, it's a very proud feeling.
No, it's as it should be, right? You deserve your roses. There's no question about that. And listen, the work you're doing is amazing. I would love to
Thank
know
you.
what kind of topics do you talk about as far as the culture goes? Like, give me a couple examples of topics that you may talk about, like culture wise. Like, there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in the news lately, especially about our culture. Black culture. I mean, obviously, we just got done. We're coming up on Diddy's sentencing. Sean
Yeah.
Diddy Combs. He's getting sentenced October 3rd, but that trial was crazy. Going through that. Um,
Yeah.
Talk to me about some different things that you talk about.
Really, in North Texas, I mean, since, you know, especially Dallas, Fort Worth, everybody's coming over here. Everybody's moving from California, from New York, from Florida. Everybody is moving to Texas, particularly Dallas, Fort Worth. And so I would say a big part of the Dallas Metroplex, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex
Hmm.
culture is food. Whether you believe it or not, Tex-Mex is really big out here.
Mm.
So I would definitely say, you know, a lot of people bond on that Texas culture, which is food.
Now, I'm a huge Mexican food lover. There's no question about that. That's probably my number one. Italian being a close second.
Okay.
What Mexican food restaurant when I do come back out there to North Texas? Because I'm definitely gonna come to the Dallas area. I think y'all got a couple different airports if I'm not mistaken out there. But when I do touch down in Dallas again, where should I go get some Mexican food?
You gotta go to On the Border.
On the border.
Yes, On the Border. One of my favorite Mexican restaurants, Tex-Mex, good Tex-Mex at that. You gotta try it. Absolutely love it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, Papacitos is really good.
Okay.
I like their the chicken fajitas really good. Steak fajitas is really good over there too. The queso is amazing. I mean, there's just so many good Mexican restaurants up here. Like really good Tex-Mex. I think you'll enjoy both of them.
Okay. We'll say less. I'm definitely, like I said, gonna make my way back up out there again, for
Yeah.
sure. No question about that. I got this bonus question in my mind for you, Chelsea, and that is dealing with hard news. As a
Yes.
reporter, some even an anchor as well. Sometimes we get the cookie cutter stories that make us smile, laugh, cry, all those good, warm and fuzzy feeling stories. But we also have stories that make us feel very sad,
Yes.
tragic, deal with
Yes.
grief. What are some ways that you deal, or how do you deal with hard news stories? Do you leave it there at the station, or do you take it home with you? And if you take it home with you, how do you deal with it?
I try to leave it at the station, but that always doesn't happen.
Hmm.
So if it's something that's just lingering, a story that I can't forget, I go tell a therapist. Go to therapy and talk about it. Like
Hmm.
remember the story about the woman who lost her child's father to gun violence, and then she lost her son the exact same way.
Right.
I remember I told my therapist about that story too. So it's you got to talk to somebody. You got to talk it out, and a lot of times, some journalists don't. They hold things in,
Yep.
which I kind of feel like is very problematic because being a journalist is hard enough, and then covering hardcore stories like that is also mentally taxing. So I say go talk to somebody.
Do you and I appreciate the transparency. I really do.
Oh,
On that, Chelsea, I do. Is therapy still something that you do?
absolutely.
Okay. I love that. I love the fact that you said that because a lot of people don't talk about going to therapy. A lot of people sometimes, even back in the day, they saw it as a sign of weakness. To
Yeah.
go get therapy, and to me it's not. You want to talk to a professional, and you have to talk to people in this industry because sometimes you see some horrific sugar honey iced tea, and you know the acronym for
Yeah.
that. No question. You know what I mean? So you definitely
Absolutely.
see some crazy things, especially working in news.
Yeah.
And no question about that.
I feel like the craziest things that I've ever seen happened, in news. And, one of my colleagues, well, not colleagues, one of my friends, she told me about an anchor that she used to work with.
Mhm.
She ended up committing suicide, and it's just like
Wow.
things like that. I mean, had she, been talking to a therapist, I kind of feel like, you know, that possibly could have been avoided. But you have to reach out and get some help.
Absolutely, you do. Um,
Yeah.
do you think being an African American woman uh, in this industry, that there might be some inequalities that
Oh, absolutely.
African Americans and minorities in general, that maybe some inequalities with pay, treatment, and opportunities in the journalistic type of realm and field for that. And what is your perspective on that?
Absolutely. Every black woman that I know, I mean, we, all have those stories where we feel like we got snubbed a really great opportunity or, things of that nature, or, working in some of these stations and environments can, be very, very toxic, especially being African American.
Right.
And so, my perspective is regardless of what's going on, always try to look to the best side of the situation, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
yeah, even though yes, I am being overlooked, but I'm still going to focus on what can I get out of this situation and just go from there. Always think the positive way, if that makes sense.
No, no, no. That makes perfect sense. It's a
Yeah.
question worth asking though, because you do see a lot of times that sometimes not just women and men, but just minorities in general. Not just African American is what I meant, but minorities in general sometimes get passed over. Sometimes the pay is different, the treatment is different. Like I've been a sports reporter here for about 8 years, and there's times where I've seen women get treated very badly in
Hmm.
certain locker rooms, certain press conferences. There'll be times where I'll be covering a team and you see no women in sight taking photos or reporting at all, which is crazy. And not just minority women, white women. You don't see
Yeah.
anybody in the
Yeah.
room that's a woman that's sports like. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. We're covering like a female sport, and it's like no women there.
Exactly.
Period. So
Correct.
it's a little disheartening at times to see that, but it's also a question that needs to keep coming up and it needs to keep being asked, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I 1000% agree. Like, it's just, it's unfair. I try not to let it get to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I try to always look at the best side of the scenario, but it's definitely there.
No, no question. No question about that. Now, Chelsea, I want to do some rapid fire with you before I get you on up out of here for the night. And what basically that means is I'm going to throw some stuff at you. And the first thing, the very first thing that comes to your mind, I want you to shout it out with glee. Okay, Chelsea? So here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes,
Chicken or ribs?
chicken,
Red or blue?
red,
Juice or soda?
juice,
Favorite Netflix TV show or TV series sitcom on television?
sitcom on television.
What would that be?
Um, I don't know, but it can't be Netflix. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anything but Netflix.
I will give mine. Mine is Martin. Martin is my all time favorite show. No
Oh yeah.
question about that. Yes, no question.
I don't know. I like the My Wife and Kids, Sister Sister. I'm not sure if they're still on Netflix, but I used to like that show.
Hmm.
Um, One on One. I think they were on Netflix at one point.
That was pretty
Um,
good. Pretty good.
yeah, yeah, I
Pretty
like
good.
those
I,
sitcoms.
I had the pleasure of meeting Tia and Tamara way back when, a long time
Oh,
ago. Yes, and their little brother too, little brother Taj. No
oh
question about
wow.
that. So yes, met them. It was crazy. We actually met them at a Six Flags when I was living out in California, and got on a ride, and they walked up on the ride, and I was like, oh my god, I was starstruck because I was super young,
Yeah.
and we rode the
Oh,
roller coaster with him. I got a chance to sit with the brother, and my other brother got a chance to sit with one of them. I forgot it was Tia or Tamara, but we
yeah.
got a chance to ride with them, met their mom and everything. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's
Um,
amazing.
favorite sandwich.
Turkey sandwich.
Okay, pretty basic. I like that. I like turkey sandwiches too. Favorite card game.
Spoons.
That game can get pretty damn physical, girl. It can get physical. That is a physical game, no question. I
I
like it
haven't
though.
played it in years.
It's
Yeah.
been a minute. It's been a minute for
Yeah.
sure. Favorite board game.
Um, shoot. Monopoly.
Okay. You know I'm a beast when I get boardwalk in Park Place. I be busting ass. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you I'm a monster with it. Okay. Favorite alcoholic drink.
Moscato.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. You can get that at Walmart. I don't know if you get the Walmart. I don't know if you get Walmart version, but you definitely can get Moscato at Walmart for sure. Okay, I'm with you. If you had a choice, Chelsea, to bring three people with you, so it's three plus one equaling four, right? You had a choice to bring three more people with you on a vacation. Who would those three people be, and where would you go? Now, before you choose, you can bring celebrities, friends, or family.
Oh, okay. That's easy. I'll just bring myself, one of my friends, and probably a family member. I don't know. Can I choose myself?
Joe, you already going. You can't choose yourself again. No, you can't. You gotta. Okay, one of your friends, one of your family members, and who else? Who's the third person?
I don't know. I shoot. If I had a choice, it would just be me.
Okay, where would you go? Where would you go vacation at?
I would like to go back to Puerto Rico. Um, Anywhere where there's a beach, to be honest. Um, yeah, if I see a beach, I'm satisfied.
Well, I'm sure that you would look absolutely lovely on a beach. I'm sure you will also be very relaxing. You're very welcome, and be relaxing. Probably reading a book with the shades on, your hair down, and everything. So I could see that. I could totally see that. Now,
Yeah.
if you had a choice to choose between three artists or three songs that you can listen to on repeat and never get tired of, who would those three artists or three songs be?
I don't know. I'm very fickle. I get tired of people real quick, especially singers. I don't know. That's a hard question.
This is the podcast of work hard, play harder. This is where we ask the hard hitting questions.
I'm just gonna throw some artists at you because I can't think of anything.
Go ahead, girl. I'm
Um,
with it.
Snow Allegra.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm saying this person's name correctly, but he's not like an artist. He's a DJ. Katrenada. You know who I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Hell no, but I have to Wikipedia.
I'll send you his music. I don't know. Michael Jackson. I don't know.
I mean, that's a pretty damn good artist, Chelsea. I would say so. That's pretty good, Michael Jackson, for sure. But when you do get that name right, please send that name, Katrina, whatever that name is. Please send that my way,
I
because
think
I'm
I'm saying it correctly, but I
okay.
listen to his music pretty much all the time. Pretty much every day, I feel like I'm listening to something of his.
Okay, because
I'm
I
not sure
love
if I'm saying
DJs. I love DJs. I'm a huge Tiesto fan, Weta fan, Kygo fan. So
it.
I love those three DJs for sure. I'm a huge DJ fan for sure.
Yeah, he
Um,
does mostly house music, so
right, right. So EDC, right? EDC music is what you're saying, or EDM? EDM music.
yes.
Right. So I'm huge into that too. One of my bucket list things to do is to go to Tomorrow World at
Okay.
some point. To go to Tomorrow World. I would love to do that at least one time because one of my favorite bands is Skrillex. Do you know who Skrillex is?
Yep.
Okay, say less. So you already know what time it is. All right, I'm with you on that. Now, last one of the rapid fire. If they came to you, Chelsea, and said, "Listen, you are doing a fantastic job. You're an amazing reporter and anchor, as you are. There's no question about that in my mind. But we want you to do a different genre. We no longer want you to do news. Out of
Okay.
these three genres, which one would you be most comfortable doing? Travel, sports, or entertainment?
Entertainment.
Okay, okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And I've really liked this conversation. You have definitely made me smile more than I've smiled all damn day. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no question about it.
I'm
This has been
glad.
a pretty dope conversation, just getting to know you and getting to know your why, but also getting to know what you do. And you're giving out some great advice, but also know that you like salads at the Texas Roadhouse, that you and that you can bowl pretty good with the bumpers or no bumpers at all. Um, and just really connecting with you and vibing with you. I appreciate the work you do. I'm a new fan of yours, and I've been a fan for some time because we've known each other for some time now. And I'm just very happy that you were able to hop on my podcast. My final question to you, Chelsea, is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything else at all before we conclude?
Okay, was I a good person to interview?
You were terrific.
Oh, good.
You were
Well,
terrific.
good. Good. I'm glad that I could be terrific for you. I try not to be dull, even though I do kind of see myself as a square. Um, yeah, I'm glad that you invited me. I feel very honored.
Yes.
Anytime people ask me to like come be on their podcast, I'm always just kind of flabbergasted because it's just like, what makes me so interesting? Like,
Oh,
what makes y'all like reach out to me and be like, I want to know more about her.
Oh, well, the main thing was one, the work that you do, two, the passion that you exhibit for the work that you do, three, the beauty that you possess, and then four, the fact that you're in a field that is very comparable to mine. And that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I love talking to people is because everybody has a story to tell, right? You knew from a very early age this is what you wanted to do, and you went after it with all your heart. And
Yep.
sometimes people have stories that are very unconventional, and sometimes people have stories that's conventional. Through that, you learn about people's why and journey, and you learn things about people, and that's why I love doing this podcast. And you're definitely interested. I don't think any of your friends would not say you're not interested. I don't think any of your family members would say that. I'm not breaking news here. I think you are amazing. Um,
Oh, thank you.
and I certainly will keep in touch with you. We will definitely talk. And I look forward to the opportunity to saying hello to you in person. And I want to say you have a wonderful Tuesday night and rest of the week. And you and I would definitely again be in touch.
All right. Thanks for having me.
No doubt.
All right, bye.